Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Bakersfield, California. And I really love doing scrapbooking borders. Um, yes, I make the pages and stuff like that too, but my favorite thing really right now is to make borders. So that's what I've been showing in several of my videos. So I have another one for you today, but I wanted to remind you that until the 17th, Creative Memories is having a huge Black Friday promo. If you order $150 of products, you will get your choice of three different Black Friday bundles that are worth $63 each. So you're going to want to check that out. If you don't have an advisor, um, please, you can check out my website, but please check with your advisor first if you do have one. But you can check out my website just right here, and it'll show you all three of the amazing bundles. Several of my clients have said that uh, the bundles this year for the Black Friday are the best they've ever seen. So you guys are going to want to check them out. Okay. And then if you haven't yet, it'd be fun if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I just hit the subscribe button. And then if you click on the bell, you'll get to have some notifications of when my videos come out. I try to do them once a week. Sometimes life gets in the way. And just uh, so if you click on the bell, then you'll be notified when they actually come out. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I used, oh, clicked the wrong one here. There we go. I used the jumbo square frame pattern. Now this, you can't see it very well, so let me pull the box back over here. This pattern you can use on any regular full size 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and then you use your blades. I'm missing the green one at the moment, but these are the red and the blue blades that go in these patterns. This one came out, I believe last month. It was a promo, but I'm sure there's a lot of them out there. I know I still have several of them available. And so if you don't have an advisor and you would like to get one, you can email me at dncmc2@yahoo.com, and then we can work out how I can get you one. But I decided to try to make a border out of this. So, so see if you put this down on top of the full 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you can then use your blades to cut out around and have some really fun patterns on your papers. Now, I have this sideways because I'm actually going to need to cut this sideways to get it to be up and down. So I'm leaving it this way to remind me. But this paper is out of the Christmas cheer paper pack. And the paper you're going to want to choose if you want to make one of these borders is you want one side completely contrasting the other side. So let me show you the paper pack here real quick. So this is the Christmas chair paper pack. It has gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas colors in it, and I just love it. So here's a couple of the borders that I already made. This one is Happy Holidays, and I used our Christmas ornament build. I think it's a build an ornament punch on this. It is so, so pretty. And I layered the pieces on here, and I cut the back. Let's see, I've got another one around here somewhere. So I punched it, but then I punched it with two different colors. And then I cut bottom one in half and then spread it out a little bit so that it would have a mat behind it. And then use the other pieces of alternating color on these various ones. So here, this one I had the gold on the top. And this one this is actually gold shimmer and the mica shimmer paper pack. So made those with that. So that's what these were. And then some stickers out of the sticker pack. This one I made with the sunflower paper for fall and had these embellishments to go with it. But aren't these pretty? I just love them. But see how you've got the complete contrast with colors. But this is one side of the paper and this is the other side of the paper. It's the same with this one. Then I have this Christmas border that goes horizontal using the stickers. And this one is popped up on foam squares. So it just gives a little bit different dimension on here. And then this one was made with a Croptoberfest paper. And I didn't have the embellishments on it for you, but I just wanted to show you just the different color of it. Okay, so we will move these out of the way and go ahead and get started. So like I said, I wanted to remind myself that this paper needs to go sideways because when I'm done with it, I want this border to go vertical. The others were horizontal, but I want this one to go vertical. So once I've cut it, I'll be able to turn it and then the Christmas trees will be right side up. Okay, so you're going to use the red blade and the green blade. I'm sorry, the blue blade. I don't know what color I'm using. The red and the blue blades on this. Okay, so you want to set this pattern pretty much equal on the paper. So the edges of this pattern will line up with the 11.5 inch mark. So it's just a 1/2 inch on either side. If you want to make sure that it's straight, you can put a ruler on here and make sure that that's lined up straight. Turn it, move it just a little bit. Okay. It's important to have it straight because when you cut it, that way these won't be wonky. They'll be straight across. Okay. And then I'm going to line up the bottom of the waves about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. So I'll lift this up and show you kind of where I have this. I'm like right here. So can you see that on the bottom? The waves are just about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to move this. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to line this back up again and make sure that it's straight. Use the ruler again. And it's straight up where I want it on the bottom. Okay, so first I'm going to use the blue blade. And I'm only going to cut this section of the bottom. Okay, it's going to go around the corner and up just around the first corner here. I need to show you that. Kind of hard to see because it's so far away. Okay, so we're going to go around the corner down here and up to about right here on both sides. So you can just kind of eyeball it because it doesn't have to be exact. Because then once we do the other side, it should match up pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure this is straight again. And see if I can do this in the top too. Okay. So, like I said, you're going to want to start with the blue blade. Still trying to get this about right. Okay. So you want to make sure that both of these little knobs, can you see those knobs? There you go. They're in the groove of this pattern. And I'm going to start just about on the top of this curve right there. And you want to gently and slowly go around the pattern. You don't want to do this in a hurry because the paper will kind of bunch up on you and then it won't lay flat. And you go up just about to that curve. Okay, now you're going to use, don't move this pattern. And you're going to do the same thing with the red blade. Okay, there again, be real gentle. Hold the blade as straight as you can. And just go up around that curve right there. Okay, I think I'm just going to move it up around a little bit further. Okay, now you want to push this up and you can pull the top part of this pattern down. I moved the papers. Let me get it back on here straight. Okay, and then now you're going to use the top part of the pattern, and you're only going to use from this curve down and around up to this curve. Okay, so you're going to be matching these cut lines down here on the paper. Okay, and you're going to want to get it as straight as you can. It doesn't really have to be totally perfect, but I'm going to try to make sure it's straight by putting this ruler back on here. About there. Move this down. Okay, so just kind of eyeball it. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put these knobs in this groove. And then I'm going to match up where I've just previously cut it. If you look close, you can get it pretty close on the line that you just cut. Okay. You can see the paper's kind of bunching up there on me. Get it to lay flat. Okay, and then just gently cut around the top of the pattern. And you have to use the blue blade first. So make sure you do that. Make sure the pattern doesn't move on you. And there you got it. Okay, so now do the same thing with the red one. Cut it real gentle. Take your time. Okay, and when you've seen that it moves, then you can move the pattern. Okay. Now, if you didn't cut exact, just take your scissors and just trim it just a little bit so that the cuts match. Okay. Then I'll move this piece of paper out of the way. You're going to turn it over. And it should match pretty close. But I think I moved it wrong. This way. There we go. See how that just fits in there? Now I want to use the other side. I'm going to turn it over and show you. I'm going to want to use the the Christmas trees. I'm going to want it to go up like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back over again. And to get these pieces to stay put, to stay matching up really well, I'm going to use our tape chips. So these are just little squares of double-sided tape. There's paper on the top, and then they're on just a little square of paper here. So I'm going to grab the adhesive and lift up. So the paper is on one side still, and the adhesive is on the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure this matches as much as possible. And granted, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll come pretty close. Just put the adhesive on the corners. And this way, these pieces are going to stay together until you put them, oops, missed that, until you put them on your page. And line it up. Put the adhesive on the corner. Same here. Now I'm going to put one in the middle of each section, right here. And right here. There you go. Now, if you have any little areas sticking up, maybe it just didn't match exactly, because it won't match totally exact. You can just continue to add more pieces of um, the tape chips, and then that way, when you're ready to put it on your page, you already have your adhesive on the back of it. You're ready to go. And I'm probably using more than I need, but I just want it to stay together. Okay, so that part is done. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to use the same paper, and I'm going to cut pieces for this edge, this bottom piece right here. Okay, so since I've already got this little section cut, I'm going to trim off the little wavy parts. It's going to give me about a 1/2 inch. Okay. Now, since that's about a 1/2 inch, I'm gonna trim this off. Make it straight here. And then if you did it right, you can also use this as a frame on another piece of paper. And you can put photos in it and stuff like that. Okay. I'm going to turn this over, and then I'm going to take about a 3/4 of an inch piece off of here. And then I'm going to adhere this together. Now you can decide if you want which color you want on top. This is going to need to be turned around. Here we go. Do you want the more multicolor one on top? Like this? That's usually what I've been doing. Or you can actually switch it. Turn it over. And put the more muted color on the top. And then it will look like this. Okay, so it's up to you. It's just kind of personal preference. Um, because these trees aren't showing up really well on this piece that I cut, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip this over and adhere it like this. Okay, so just center that down the middle. And that's kind of more than what I want. So I'm going to offset it a little bit, and then I'm going to trim it off a little bit. It's not going to be very easy trimming this little tiny piece, but I'm going to try. I didn't really want a full 3/4 of a piece. So if I do that, line it up on here. Let's see, right there, right there. Okay, pretty close. Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to put my finger down the middle just to kind of hold it in place. Mm, not very straight. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting here. Kind of estimate, may not be very straight, but sometimes I just kind of wing it. Okay, that's enough. I think it'll just fine. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this to the back of this piece. I'm not going to put tape all the way down the sides because I want to be able to have part of it sticking out. Okay, so I'm going to set it on my map there. I'm going to kind of guess about where the center is. At the center. This down a little bit. Okay, and there we go. So now we've got the base of the border, and now all we need to do is add a few embellishments on it. So I could add just a couple of these on here. I'd probably want one more. I could add some stickers on the top. I could do Christmas love, um, the magic of Christmas. I like that one, the magic of Christmas. I'm going to think about that. Um, the other thing I can do is I can use some of these embellishments. Now, I love these. These are the Christmas cheer embellishments. It comes with 16 different pieces of either bottom layer or a top layer that just adds so much fun dimension to the embellishment. So I have that one. These are just some that I've picked out that I might want to use. Or I can do this one. And I did show these on another border that I did a few weeks ago. Or I can do this one. So the piece comes out like that. And then this gold piece goes on the top. Isn't that pretty? I love this. So then I could put just a few of these down it. So I have that one, and then this one, and then maybe this one. There we go. Aren't those pretty? Ooh, ooh, I love that. But I kind of wanted to put the magic of Christmas on there too. Let's see if I can fit that on there. So I've got this sticker, and I'm going to put up here the magic of Christmas. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere these together. Now you can put them where the edges are exactly the same on there, but I also think maybe offsetting it just a little bit will give it another little piece of dimension. It'll make it look pretty. See how that works? I don't have it exactly on the edges, but I like how that is. And maybe this is all I need. I can add another couple of things to the stickers. How about a star on one side and another star on the other side? And then I can add this on there. And put this one together. I love these swirls. Aren't they pretty? Okay, and some adhesive onto here. And we've got it done. There we go. So, and then you guys can remember the other punch, the build an ornament punch, I believe is what it's called. I left it in the other room. I'm so sorry. Um, that one could really make some very striking ornaments as well on the border. So let me know what you guys think. I've started a Facebook group, Let's Scrapbook with Deanne, and I'm trying to, it's a work in progress for sure, but I'm trying to post the new promos that come out. So if you guys want to see those new promos, I've got photos of them, or you can check out the website. That's probably the better place to find them. And then, but if you'd like to be able to see a few of the other things that I'm doing, little special things for my group, um, go ahead and ask to join and I'll let you in. And um, I think that's all. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know what you think of the border. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit the little like button and leave any comments, any suggestions that you might think of. And if there's anything in particular you'd like, any tool that you'd like me to use to show you on the next border, go ahead and leave that idea on there. I'm totally open to ideas. And so thank you again so much for watching, and I hope I see you again next time. Okay? See you next week. Thank you so much.